Okay, Thomas L. Friedman, who is the foreign policy columnist for the New York Times. He's in the upper 1% of 1% by virtue of marriage. He travels the world on an unlimited expense account, basically concludes that we need to be more like China. China's really great. They got great, smart leaders that are arranging life for every citizen. And a great elite group of really brilliant people will be much better just leaving it up to chance. It's what he really thinks. He's written about it over and over and over again. Claims that Chi-Coms are better at infrastructure than we are. They're better at city planning. They are better at moving people around. They're better at creating jobs. They're better command and control economy, and that's what we need to learn from. And whatever else he writes about foreign policy. He pops up on TV now and then. He was on CNN today with, Chris Cuomo. And they were talking about 2016 presidential race. And I had it on here. I didn't have the sound on. I was occasionally checking the closed captioning. I wasn't paying much attention, but I did notice that Friedman couldn't sit still. He was wildly gesticulating. He was leaning forward, his chin sometimes on the table. His eyes were rolling. His eyebrows were going all over the place like Peter Jennings used to do. And he was pounding the table and so forth. So what the hell's going on? It still didn't make me want to turn it on and listen to it because I knew that it wasn't going to be anything I was particularly interested in. So when Cookie sent me the soundbite, Ross, I said, whoa. And apparently he was really, really anxious out there over the potential damage to our great culture if Donald Trump is elected. He said that Trump's answer to the world's problems is nothing but testosterone and balls. And we don't need testosterone and balls. That's the last thing we need. We got enough trouble with testosterone and balls. We don't need any more of that. And he went on to blame the GOP for making Obama a failure. You'll hear all of this in the upcoming 3 soundbites. So Chris Cuomo says, we've never had unfavorable ratings like this coming out of the conventions for both candidates. I mean, unfavorable, dislikable, unlikable, whatever, both candidates. You never had a candidate on trial for fraud and another, the FBI, looking into them.
We have a guy who is talking every day in this country in ways you wouldn't want your 5-year-old kid to talk. That's the choice we have. I'm not here to defend Hillary Clinton, okay? If I were nominating, I'd be nominating someone else, but we got to make a choice. And I think if you make a choice for this kind of man who is speaking this way, the impact on the country, do you realize the impact the president has in the language we use around the country, how people respond to that, how people mimic that?
You realize he's pretty agitated out there. He does. He sounds frazzled out there, near his wit's end. Sounds like he's got real problems out there. I don't think Friedman understands how they already talk on Twitter. Long before Trump showed up. Hey, Friedman, do you know that Lewinsky's are now perfectly fine in school and not even considered sex? But you didn't worry about that when that was happening. When all that was going on, when childhood sexual information being passed on from the White House, you said it's nobody's business, it doesn't matter, it's private, it's not affecting the way he does his job, and everybody should shut up about it. And now we've got Trump coming. All of a sudden, the language that's out there, it's horrible. It's what it's going to do to our culture. It's been trending this way for years, Mr. Friedman. It's called trolling. I don't know if the Chi-Coms permit it. You're heroes, but it's called trolling. It's been out there all over the place. So Cuomo getting all excited here because Friedman's getting excited. So Cuomo says, what you've cited, he hurls insults. He hurls insults at people. But, Thomas, it may be the truth. He may be telling the truth when he's insulting people.
It's full of testosterone. If I were running for president and someone said, how do we respond when the phone rings at 3 a.m. in the morning? You know what my answer is? Don't answer it. We have never been in a world, since I've been covering foreign policy, 35 years, that is as messy as it is now. To come in now, like you're Trump, and saying all that's missing is a little testosterone, someone who has the balls to take down ISIS. Well, I'll tell you what happens if we take down ISIS tomorrow. We have to go door to door in Mosul. These are incredibly messy situations, and if you treat them as if, it's just the testosterone issue, he's telling it like it is, well, you'll get what you deserve. You're going to get, I think, someone who is deeply unstable.
We got a guy here with problems with balls and testosterone. I think it is patently obvious that we've got a metrosexual here made very nervous about testosterone and balls and discussion of such. But I want to take you back, remind you of something I said in the first hour of the program. Obama's out there, getting frustrated at Trump. Because Obama's saying, well, just where do you have your magic wand? What kind of magic wand do you have? And look, here's Friedman and Obama, and they obviously think there's nothing you can do about ISIS. Friedman says when the 3 o'clock phone call rings, don't answer it. If Hillary's there, that might be the best thing to do. Could be Benghazi on the other line. Same thing as not answering the 3 a.m. phone call. But what kind of policy is that? Don't answer the call at 3 a.m.? The Chi-Coms would answer it. Li Ping-jing or whoever it is, he would answer the call at 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whenever it came in. But look, if you think that America can't do something, if you think America is not justified in doing something, if you think it's not America's job to do, if you think American leadership is fraudulent and the problem in the world, then of course you're going to say, nothing we can do about ISIS. But if you believe in American exceptionalism, if you are a can-do guy, if you believe that good can triumph over evil, if you think all it takes is a little effort, you're going to say, yeah, these guys can't relate to that. They hear that as testosterone and balls. And, of course, they've been raised to think testosterone and balls equals predatory, brutish, spare the women and children kind of behavior. And it's attitudes like this that have us paralyzed as we are. We're nowhere near a can-do spirit. If we have any kind of a spirit at all, as authored by Obama, it's we shouldn't do anything. We have no business doing anything. It's not our business. And in the process, we have created all of these circumstances that now somebody's out there saying they at least want to tackle and try. And then Cuomo getting real excited because Friedman's getting more excited. Cuomo says Trump supporters would say that Hillary Clinton checks every box as someone who's tired of politicians who say one thing and do nothing, that she's tired of worn out, and she fills every checkbox like that. What do you say to that, Friedman?
People are bored and they're cynical, and that's a tragic problem. And it's a product not only of Obama of the last 8 years, it's also a product of a party that spent the last 8 years trying to make government in Washington not work so Obama would fail. And after a while, people think the whole thing doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's have fun. He's incredibly entertaining. Do I wish we had better choices? You bet I wish. I'm going to choose the one who, in my view, is going to do the least damage. We cannot afford 8 years to not have a proper education and infrastructure program, to waste money building a wall. You can't just not govern the country as we've been doing for the last 8 years.
The Mexicans are going to pay for the wall. Everybody knows that. What do you mean don't have the... But Obama did great with the infrastructure. See, here's... The Republicans did nothing but stop Obama. What world is he living in? For the first 2 years, the Republicans couldn't stop anything. They didn't have the votes. When they finally got the votes, they didn't stop Obama. They didn't have the testosterone or balls to stop Obama. Obama's gotten everything he wants and then some. He can't believe it. But according to Thomas Lupe Friedman, Obama has been arrested and stopped at every stage. He has been stopped dead in his tracks. He's not been permitted to accomplish anything. And it's all the Republicans' fault because of balls and testosterone. And damn it, we have had enough of that. According to Thomas Friedman at the New York Times.